Okay guys, right, so I've put the back on. Now, I'm going to tell you, it gave me a bit of, the fitting it was great, no problems with that. As I say, you can see down here, okay, there's wee holes that I can fill in, but nothing tragic. It all went up nice and tight, and yeah, apart from, as I say, wee bits like that, which I can fill once it's all sort of solid, I can go about fixing. Anyway, my problem was I dry clamped it, everything was fine. As soon as I put the glue on, man, glue squeezed out, covers your marks. Yeah, you wipe them and then try and get it back onto where it was, and glue skids over, and then you clamps fall on the floor. And by the time I was putting the last half on, I was thinking, is this glue dry? It really was a bit of a, but maybe that was just this one. It's been going too well. Well, I should not say too well. It's been going okay. Nothing so far has made me think it's going to be firewood. Although, as I say, there's still niggles, but they're all possible to fix at this stage. It's nothing so far is unfixable. That's what I mean. Everything is looking okay. Now, I know this looks strange, but I'm, just resting up here. I think that's okay because if it's resting on the middle clamps, I mean every other clamp's pulling down, so I don't think there's any problems with that, the way it's lying. Sorry guys, I'm giving you, I don't think there's any problem, but yeah, I'm knackered. I've only done, I mean I came out, no, I did fit it today. I fitted the back, and but because I've been enjoying it, I've been doing too much, and I am gubbed. I can hardly move. Okay, so I'm going to leave this overnight and just take a break. Hopefully, if anybody is interested in watching this progress and there's any questions, I will do my best to answer any. Yeah, I mean, I know there's more knowledgeable people to ask, but if you're on here watching, why not? Okay guys, thanks. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see everything. I had thought I'd film me taking off the clamps, just so that you could have it. It was like the big reveal, but my camera work didn't catch any of it. I'm not putting them back on just to take them back off. Well, I'm kidding on, but I did look around it all, and it looks amazing. I mean, I know we can see tiny things like this, but that's nothing as far as I'm concerned, because it's all covered, and it's still got a good gluing surface, and yeah, it's all good. There's no gaps around the top of the guitar on it where it's hitting the sides, so that's the same with the top and back, so I'm delighted. Now, the bit that's worrying me is how square this is, for the neck. The neck's the bit that's worrying me. So I'm going to get this cleared off. Maybe I might take this, well, I will take the sides down, but we'll see. The sides of the top and back. I need to, now it's something that I don't use very often. In fact, I'd go to say almost never, and that's really weird as a joiner. I hardly ever use the router, partly because I never had one, and maybe I was a bit nervous, so it's time to go over that. This will be interesting. Okay guys. Okay, I've still got a little sanding. Sorry guys, I'll try and stop making this shaky. So, I mean, it's looking quite good from this stage, but as you can see, I've not routed any edges yet, and I'll fill those wee holes. I know it's not anything of concern, but it's just for me. I'm going to put glue and plugs in. I wasn't as pernickety because I was thinking, oh, it's all behind the binding, but then I've been thinking about it, and if it's not tight, then it's not got the added strength from being bound in, if you know what I mean. Although it's well stuck to the top and back. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But I've got to give it another sand round here, just to make sure that there's no lumps or bumps that the router's going to exaggerate. And again, I'm a bit nervous with routering. It's not a tool that I've used a lot, even though I was a joiner by trade. It was just something, I don't know why. I wonder if because I never had one, then I never needed one, and I don't know, I just happened to get along without one for some reason. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to be using a router, which is almost like a new experience. I've used them, and I've used things in the shop years ago that were like big versions of routers, you know, just, but yeah, wee handheld routers, it's sort of new. I've got a Dremel, but I've never used it as a router. I had a wee shot of it, but it was horrible. So I'm dreading putting the inlay in the fretboard, but that's another matter. We'll worry about that when I come to it. Maybe I won't use the Dremel, maybe I'll use a bigger one. We'll see. So, yeah, it's all exciting, and I can't tell lies, I'm a wee bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Get back to you. Well, hi there, this is next day, and I have only got the routing done for, I don't know if you can see, the top and the bottom, but I've still got to do the sides for the the outside binding. Now, I had a day, a brand new, was it twister drill that someone gave to me, but I thought, oh, that looks like a good size router, and I started to use it, and it switched off within, well, I'd actually done a few pieces of test wood, and it was great. And as I was ready to start the job, as soon as I held it up, it switched off. And then I'd turn it off, turn it on, hold it up, and then it was as if it was a loose wire, but then if I would shake it, I had no effect, it wouldn't come on and go off. Then I'd put it off and on, and it keep doing this. Now, I know that there was some sort of thing, if it overheats, then it switches itself off, but there is no way it should been overheating. So anyway, I spent hours just faffing about, and then eventually just went for the big boy here, for the big chap, which is fantastic, which is a great router. It's really nice, but it's heavy, and as I've stated, I'm just not 100% confident, and it's not just that, it's the position, just because of my back sort of situation, that bending over, and I find that the heavier router is just killing me. So after I get this done, that was me for the day, and I am still sore today, so I don't know how much or how easy it's going to be today. I feel a lot more positive because I've just switched to the big chap, and yeah, as long as I get the sides done without any mishaps, and I'll let you see how it goes. Yeah. So far, it's not scrap wood. That's good. Okay, that's the routing done for the binding. Now, I mean, okay, try this again. This is the routing done for the binding. Now, I'm quite happy. It felt, oh yeah, sorry. It felt like it was wobbling quite a lot, but it looks okay. And the only way I'm going to know is when I actually come to putting the binding on, whether it's wobbled. I tried to go over any bits that I thought I wobbled, and you know, you can only do your best, guys. And I know Joyner used to say to me, it's not what you make, it's what you fake. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I'd rather do it right first time, but if you don't, there's usually a way of getting round. There's a lot of sort of master luthiers, I'm sure they'll tell you, there's always ways of getting round happy little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Okay guys, I'm going to get back to you when, let's see if I can show you. I am just not a cameraman. There you see, so it's not too, oh, is that a bit, I don't know. Right, okay, as I say, I'll be able to show you better once I've got the binding. Oh, what I do need to say is, excuse me, I cut the wedge as recommended to put on the underside of the router. Now, I'd cut the wedge for the other router that broke, and it's the same, different size though, and it was a pure hassle. So I used the wedge to wedge the guitar into a level position, if that makes sense, and then just done my best to hold the router level. And that wasn't easy because it was that big chap. That's why I was wobbling a lot, I think. So you take your chances. Although I'll need to wait till we get to that stage to see if it has made a complete arse of it, or if it's been okay. And if it is okay, I would say that it's not necessarily, well, look, I'm not saying anything until we see, because there's a fair chance I might be going, oh my god, what have I done? That's it, build a fire. Anyway, we'll see. Catch you later, guys, gals. I just thought I would show you this. It's not great. I mean, I measured, my cutting must be just not very good, because it looks like one side's parallel and the other side's at the angle I was wanting. What happened? Okay, I tell you, I'm not blaming tools, because that's just not, I've never used, this is the first time I've used these. Again, it was the same old fella gave me 3 of these saws. One's big and one's like really, it's like a bit of, it flaps about, and this is a sort of intermediate one. So I find the cut on the backstroke, which is really weird for me. I'm sure once I get it together they'll be amazing, but I suppose you should just use what you know until I've had a chance to. I mean, I have cut a couple of bits of wood with it, like scrap and things, but I should have. I haven't cut anything like wide like that, but we'll see. I can chisel and smarten things up. But I just wanted to show you, because it's a wee bit of a mistake there. Okay, here we are today. Now, this is what I was talking about putting 2 layers in. You see how that's quite low. Now, I want to get that flush, or just about flush. I really don't want to be sanding it, it's so thin, so rather than having it a bit proud, I would rather it was just bang on, so it was not going to be reduced a lot. Now, the other thing's the glue. I was going to use, or I was using this for, no, I tell a lie, sorry. I was using this sort of medium, the viscosity for this one. And it seems to have done a really good job. It was wedged down and all that, but I don't know if that's the way I should go for this, for sticking the laminate together. I'm a bit worried that it's not really made for the big surfaces. Now, been onto the wood and onto the plastic, I think it was not bad. Well, it seemed to work really well. Now, plastic to plastic, I wonder if it would work as well. Because I have this, you know, I've got this here, which is, I've used recently when I was making something else, and it done a really good job. So I don't know, because it's sort of more surface area, and that's set. So it does set rock hard, but super glue does that as well. Although I think super glue is going to be more brittle than the other sort of, what's it called? The epoxy. I think there's going to be a bit more give and take, although I suppose that depends on the mix, but yeah, I presume if it's bang on it'll still have a little bit of give and take for a like a rubbery factor, if you like. It'll be hard but not brittle. So the joint seems pretty good, but I just had another thought, but I'm not going there. I just realised I should have put the black bits around each side is the same as I'm going to be doing for the beading, the round the sides, you know, this here. It's black, white, black. And that would have been really nice, just running there and running there. I know I've not put this final piece on yet, and I do have more, so it's just a hassle doing it now that it's taken like a mill. Actually, I'm talking rubbish. All I need to do is cut another piece, a mill smaller on each side. Hey ho, listen guys, I've just had a brainwave there. I was being stupid. Let me try this and get back to you. Okay? And that will give that bit of, I put some sort of light viscosity super glue in here just to sort of lift the level, because it was sinking a bit low at this side where I'd been filing. Silly boy that was. I thought I would just tidy up the end, but I didn't realise I was actually filing down, so I had a dip there, so it's not lying flat, it's sort of dipping, and I'm just trying to build it up, and I thought a bit of super glue, just fine layer will be enough, and which I'm sure it won't be bad. But now I'm a bit excited now I've had that wee idea. Okay, I'll get back to you, see how I got on. Bye guys. Okay, so this is like the third try, and it's not bad guys, it's not bad. Let's see if I can focus. I've not glued it in yet. I've decided that I'm going to go for the sort of Arodite epoxy for the end piece here. There's still a bit of a dip in the middle, see in here? There's a bit of a dip, but I'll just need to live with it, I think. Can't figure out, apart from I was thinking about putting super glue and stuff, just trying to build it up, but I don't know if that would work in such a big area, or if it would make it rubbish for bonding against, I don't know. I was just a bit wary about it. So anyway, this is the piece that I'm putting on, and I'll glue that up tonight and leave it until tomorrow. It's been a long day doing very little, if you know what I mean. I mean, I've been doing a lot, but just not getting very far. But I mean, I did have a piece that was nearly okay, or I was nearly happy with, and I was like, nah, get rid of it. No nearlies, if you can possibly avoid it. Okay guys. Hiya peeps. Right, okay, here we are. Let's see. So I think we've sort of, it's not bad guys, it's not bad. Let's see. Now, there's a lot of clearing up to do, and I'm hoping that will come off with a very light sanding, or I'm in trouble. But there was no large gaps. There were very, very, very fine gaps maybe. We'll see once it's all sanded down and scraped, and yeah, we'll see how it goes then. But it's looking no bad at this stage. Okay,